There are 4 phases of attitude that everybody watching this video experiences. The power of understanding them means everything to your happiness, your fulfillment, and your success within the workplace. If you want to know what those 4 phases are and where you're at in those 4 phases, stay tuned. When we talk about the 4 phases of attitude and the power of understanding them, there was a book written by Jim Winter called The Power of Attitude, and he interviewed 1,000 people that had just purely lost enthusiasm for their work. And what he decided was there was really 4 common themes within every single person that he interviewed, and that's where the 4 phases of attitude came from. So as we go throughout this video, you'll understand the 4 phases and where you fit currently within your role. Let's talk about phase 1. Phase 1 is the excitement phase. It typically lasts 4 to 6 weeks. It's called the honeymoon phase. So think about your very first job you ever had. It could have been cleaning toilet bowls. It didn't matter. You were excited. And you probably can think back that about 4 to 6 weeks, a little bit over a month, that excitement started to fade away. That takes us into the second phase, which is frustration, when reality sets in. For some, they go through this phase very quickly. For others, it takes longer to get out of this phase. Now, when you're in this phase, you'll have different feelings, and that's called a subphase, and there are 6 of them. So the first one is shock. You're thinking about that first job that you had, your honeymoon phase is worn off, it's a little over a month in, and all of a sudden you're in shock. What did I do? Why did I sign up for this? What did I get myself into? The second phase is denial. You could sit there thinking, you know what? It's a new job. It's just a rough patch I'm going through. This will all be better. The skies will clear. Then the next step is fear. Fear is, did I make the right decision? Do I need to start looking for other jobs? What am I going to do if I have to quit this one? This fear and panic starts to set in. And then you move into anger. This is not what they told me in the interview. They did not have any of this on the job description. I mean, they had me doing all of this stuff, and anger can start to set in. Then you go into justify. You know what? Pays the bills. It's good benefits, great vacation. You start to justify why you should stay. And then you accept it. It is what it is. I guess this is the job, not what I thought I got into. Can't complain anymore. Those 6 subphases, you might experience some of them, you might experience all of them, you may go back through it a couple times. Everybody's very different on how they go through that second phase. The goal is, though, is you really want to skip that phase, but that's not always possible. But now it's just creating awareness that if you are in that frustration reality phase, which subphase are you in, and how do we get you out of it? So phase 3 is the looking phase. The grass is greener phase. You feel that you will be happier doing something else, potentially somewhere else, and people will start to look. Now, again, this phase for many is when you've lost your enthusiasm. You've lost, again, your excitement about what you do. Now, here, people will either make the decision to go somewhere else, or you have to get yourself out of that phase and go into phase 4, which is recommit. Which takes us into phase 4. Phase 4 is to recommit. To truly recommit and to get yourself back to that excitement phase, there are 3 subphases. Number 1 is surround yourself by the right people. It's crucial, you have to. You can't go back to being excited when you're surrounded by people that could potentially be toxic or negative. You want to surround yourself by people that push you in the right direction and that are a positive influence you to make you excited again. The second thing is to set short-term goals. Too many times goals are so far out there that you lose excitement trying to get there. So set something that might be for the day, for the week, for the month, that you see those successes a lot quicker. That will keep your excitement up. And the last thing, the last subphase for that is to remember why. Go back to when you were so excited when you walked in those doors that first day. What brought you there? What impact did you truly believe you were going to make? Get yourself back there and remembering the why. So in conclusion, we've talked about the 4 phases of attitude today. Number 1 is excitement. Number 2 is frustration and reality. Number 3 is looking, the grass is greener somewhere else. And number 4 is to recommit. Stay focused on these 4 phases of attitude. It's impossible for somebody to stay excited at work all of the time. So be real about this. Where are you at, and how do you get yourself back to that honeymoon phase? It is possible, and when you get there, you will be that much more fulfilled. Make sure you like this video, subscribe, leave a comment below, and we'll see you next time.